am Jawad Ahmad. Today we are present in our next economics class in which we are going to study what is law of supply. Means we are going to study the effect of price on the supply. Along with this, we are going to study a table through which we can explain the concept of relationship between price and quantity supplied. Along with this, explanation of the diagram is going also be made and assumptions that are considered as constant while studying law of supply, and at last the most important topic, that is practical importance of law of supply. So before we can start our class, kindly subscribe my channel so you can get all my videos on a timely basis. Let's start our class. In order to study law of supply, you have to think like a supplier or a vendor whose main objective is only to increase its profit margin. So its profitability level can increase up to a maximum level. So the supplier is thinking as a rational person who only wants to maximize his profit level. So what is law of supply? If price of product increases, the profit margin of the seller increases and he offer more and more quantity of such good, so quantity supplied also increases. So there is a direct relationship between price and quantity supplied. So similarly, if price of the product decreases, profit margin of the seller also decreases and he supply less quantity of such good into the market because his profit margin will decrease. Ceteris paribus, if other factors remains constant. So if price of the product increases, quantity supplied also increases and vice versa. If there is ceteris paribus, means all other factors remain constant. Now move towards explanation of this law through example of a table in which price and quantity supplied are taken in two columns. If price is 1, then supply is also 1. If price increased by 1 point, then quantity supplied also increased by 1 factor or 1 point. Similarly, such gradual increase present at both levels where there is a same increase in the price and quantity supplied because there is a direct relationship between price and quantity supplied. The supply curve shows how much a good sellers are willing and able to sell their product at different price levels. So, what we have studied, when the price of a product increases, the profit margin of the seller also increases. Therefore, he offers more, and more quantity of such good, offer more and more quantity. Therefore, we conclude that increase in the price is favorable for the seller. Therefore, we will increase the quantity supplied. Let's make a graph in order to explain the concept in a better way. Price will be taken on x-axis. Let's make a graph here. Prices are taken on the y-axis and quantity supplied is taken on x-axis. If you join or make this diagram, a straight line will be created because if point 1 quantity supplied is also 1 at point 2 price at point or at price number 3 quantity supplied is also 3. Therefore, a straight line will be created which is our supply curve showing a direct relationship between the price and quantity supplied. Quantity supplied and price. So at y-axis we show prices and on axis we show quantity supplied. As I have already explained you in previous classes that price will always be on y-axis because it is the independent factor. Whose increase and decrease will affect the dependent factor which is quantity supplied. Therefore, independent factor is always taken on y-axis and dependent factor is taken on x-axis. The line supply curve, this line supply curve is a graph that shows how much quantity of good is supplied by the producer at different price levels. Supply curve has a upward slope showing positive or direct relationship between price and quantity supplied because law of diminishing returns apply here. We will explain this concept in our upcoming classes. This law states that extra production of a good brings in less efficiency, higher cost factor of production, and producers do not supply more unless the prices increase to such market that due to which his profitability margin can increase up to a certain level. What this law is? This law says that if you produce 1 unit, your cost of production is 100. And if you produce 100 same units, your cost of production will remain fixed up to a certain capacity. So, if there is demand for 50 units, they can be produced while consuming the same cost of production. If 100 units are in demand, they can also be produced in same cost of production. So, producing 100 units will not affect cost of production. So, while satisfying demand for 100 units, is profitable for the seller because he can produce them through a single process. So now let's move to the assumptions of law of supply. What are the factors that are considered as constant while studying the relationship between price and quantity supplied? First is cost of factors of production remain same. Availability of factors of production remains same. If both remain same, then it will be an easy task for the seller to produce them and supply to market. Technology remains the same. Indirect taxes and supplies subsidies on product remains the same. Environmental conditions remain the same. Price of subsidies in production or substitutes in production and component in production remains the same. Number of sellers in the market remains same. Expectation about price and demand in the future remains the same. There is no discovery and depletion of natural resources. Depletion means destruction or collapse of natural resources. Mean there will be no reduction in availability of natural resources. I have rapidly covered them because I have already explained this under the previous concept, which was supply and its determinants. So let's move toward the most important section of any law is its practical importance. A lot of students do not know why they have been studied or why they have been taught these laws. So here is the practical importance of laws. Let me change the color of the marker first. First, practical importance is to determine equilibrium price of the product. If seller have the understanding of the market and the demand and supply functions, therefore he can decide the price of its product keeping in mind the quantity demanded in the market and the price that is or that will be settled. So keeping in mind its profit level, he can decide the level of quantity supplied. Entities need to keep an eye on the demand and supply relationship in order to find out which product to be focused on. For example, this is market equilibrium position. And this is the equilibrium level where the demand and supply both are equal to a certain level. This seller must understand the demand. If demand of the product is increasing, therefore there is a high expectation that quantity supplied will also need to be increased. So in order to increase the supply, the seller need to increase price of their products in order to ensure the supply of such goods to the market. So it's a very simple concept which has been explained to you. Hope all the concepts have been well explained. In case of any queries, kindly comment me or WhatsApp me. My number is also available in the description section. Let's meet in the next class with the next topic. Thank you for your time.